What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? We got our first game of football back, and we get to watch the Clownies. I'll be honest with you, my first game back of the season. Getting to watch Clownies isn't the first thing I want to see. I want to see some, Bengals, but it's alright. It's alright. You know what? We gotta start off the season right. It's gonna be a crazy, crazy season, and this just is how we started off. Make sure I have everything set up correctly. 1 second, guys. That should be good there. And I'm gonna have this on this monitor so I can watch and also read chat as we go throughout the night here with the Clownies versus the New York Jets. Kellen Mond versus Zach Wilson. I think the game should start at 8 o'clock, I believe. And kickoff usually is like 8:05. It's usually a little bit after everything kicks off. But should be a fun night. We go ahead and make that a tad bit bigger. Make sure live we're good. 1 second. 2. Actually, probably gonna charge my phone here. Should be a fun night. Alright, here we go. Alright, shit looks like it's all good there. I'm gonna charge my phone. Thursday night football. I can't wait till Thursday night football comes back every single Thursday night, man. We are so close. We are so freaking close to the season. When is the season? Season is September 10th. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sundays left before football. 5 Sundays before we get to actually see the Clowns have to go against the Bengals in the Cleveland, Ohio. That should be a fun game. Not gonna lie, that should be a fun game. I put out a poll earlier to see what you guys were thinking on who was gonna win. I kind of want to see where your heads are at. Obviously, again, this is preseason, right, at the end of the day. But I kind of want to see where you guys' heads are at and what we got here. We got 85 votes so far. And we got 28% says Cleveland's going to win. And 72% says it's going to be the New York Jets. I'll be honest with you, I'm probably going to take the Jets. Mainly because Zach Wilson is starting. I think Zach Wilson, he actually technically is a starting quarterback in the NFL. While the Browns are going with Kellen Mond, who was a Vikings quarterback backup, like draft pick. And then they're also using their own draft pick they got in the 5th round. So the Jets are actually putting starters out there technically, while the Browns are not. The Browns are like, listen, we're not going to put anyone out there in any way. So it should be interesting. But again, like I said, I don't know how long this game's going to be interesting for, though. Usually Hall of Fame games, like the first couple series are interestingly enough where you're just like, okay, well, football's back. Like, you get excited, you watch some hits, actual hits, but then that's it. Now, I'm going to be interested to see how long the kickoff, how much the kickoff gets impacted. Keep in mind, guys, it's the first game of the season where the kickoff is going to be you can fair catch it now at any time, and the kickoff is going to, you get the ball at the 25-yard line. Now, they asked Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski, they asked him a couple days ago, are you guys going to be returning kickoffs in this game because of the new ruling that you can fair catch it? And the way he put it is, we're seeing a lot of how we do on punt returns, which I think that pretty much signifies they're going to be fair catching every single time there's a kickoff, right? Because that's the new rule, and that's obviously puts you in the best position. But here's my problem with that, right? If you're a rookie or a guy playing in this game, you're not a guy who's probably guaranteed a roster spot on the 53-man roster, right? You're probably going to be a backup or a press squad guy, and this is your chance to really take off and show the Browns or show the Jets how good of a player you can be, or maybe the rest of the league. So it's going to be interesting to see how many players, really return kickoffs in this game, even if the Browns and the Jets tell them, hey, listen, fair catch that ball, do not return it. I mean, if you're a guy who's a practice squad guy or a fringe player and you're like, you know what, if I have a kickoff return in this game, I'm going to make a name for myself. I'm going to be interested to see how many players do that. Now, of course, if you do that and you don't return the kickoff for 6, then the Browns or the Jets are probably going to cut you anyway for not listening to the coaches. But I'd rather, get cut and return a kickoff in a preseason game than get cut normally because, I just don't make the roster. So I'm going to be interested to see how that works. But based on Kevin Stefanski, the Browns head coach, he made it very clear that their thought going into this is that they're going to be fair catching every single kickoff. Like, there's not going to be a kickoff in this game. It's going to be all punts, and that's it. So, should be interesting to see how, that ends up conspiring throughout the game. Because, again, like I said, if I was the head coach, outside of the player point of view, if I was the head coach, I would say, do it. Whatever. Because, again, obviously they're trying to stop injuries, but at the same time, this is preseason game 0. At this point, why not just have your guy go out there and see if he can return a kickoff, see if he can do something special, and maybe you add him to your practice squad because of that. But we'll have to see what ends up happening here. So I'm gonna guess. I was gonna guess that the third string, because Zach Wilson is starting for the Jets, but I'm gonna guess the third string starters are gonna be starting for either team, the Browns and the Jets. But obviously Zach Wilson is gonna be their quarterback. So, this is going to be, like I said, I'll be interested to see how long this becomes entertaining game-wise, but I think the over-under for this game is 33 points. What's up? How you doing? I have a t-shirt of Bengals versus Cowboys first half, Hall of Fame game. Nice. Awesome. Wait, were you at that game? Or do you just have a t-shirt about it? But the over-under for this game is 33 points, guys. That's the over-under for this game. I also posted a really cool statistic recently. Going down, let me post a lot of my community tab. Make sure you check out the community tab. We talk about a lot of Bengals stuff on this community tab. All the news and updates and everything going on. But here we, no, not this one. This one. So, here is a correlation from winning the Hall of Fame game and making the playoffs. In 2022, the Raiders obviously won the Hall of Fame game. They lost. They didn't make the playoffs. And if you go down, won the Hall of Fame game, made the playoffs. Won the Hall of Fame game, did not make the playoffs. Won the Hall of Fame game and made the playoffs. 2017, they won, but they did not make the playoffs, and so on, so on. So, whoever wins this game today, which I think is going to be the Jets, and based on what you guys have voted on my community tab, it's very clear that a lot of people think it's going to be the Jets. What if the Jets did not make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers and all? That would be absolutely crazy. The curse of the Hall of Fame game. Now, I did post my community tab recently that Aaron Rodgers, according to reports, he is going to be playing with the Jets until 2030. He's reportedly to stay with the Jets before making his debut in New York. So he apparently is so set and so dedicated to the Jets that he's going to be on the Jets for the next 4 years. Which, actually, no, 7 years. My bad. He's going to be like 37 by the time he actually ends up, retiring. 43. How old is he right now? He's 39. So that's going to be like 46 years old. He's coming for Brady's numbers at that point. I mean, listen, if he's 47 and he can't win a Super Bowl still, and he only has one Super Bowl, that's gonna be really disappointing. The Clowns, what's up, buddy Albert? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. But yes, the Clowns are here. The Clown Show is getting going. The first game of the season. Listen, guys, even if the Clowns are up 28-7 at the end of the game with 1 minute to go, we all know what it is. The Clowns are the Clowns. If you guys did not already, on my channel, I reacted, I think it was like a month ago, I reacted to the Browns versus Jets game from last year. Please do yourself a service and watch that game. Either my reaction or just go on YouTube, type in NFL.com or NFL Jets versus Browns game. Please watch that game. Joe Flacco beat the Browns when the Browns literally had the ball with 2 minutes left in 11-point lead. And they could have, Nick Chubb could have fell to the ground, won the game. Instead, he goes in for the end zone, gets a touchdown, and they lose the game because of it. It is the funniest ending of a game I've ever seen. It is the typical Clowns will be the Clowns. Make sure you watch that. Again, I have a reaction on my channel, but you can also watch it on NFL's YouTube channel. And either way, it is just so funny. Skip to the end. Don't watch the whole fun part. Skip to the end, because the end is the fun part. Before that, the Browns are actually doing good, and you're like, oh god, this team's actually pretty okay. And then they just clown it up. Batman, what's up? Cleveland gonna win a Super Bowl. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with Cleveland in a Super Bowl. Maybe the Clowns at the very end. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, if Deshaun Watson wins the Super Bowl for the Clowns, man, that would be epic for Cleveland at least. I don't know. They gotta get through us. They gotta get through us. They gotta get through the rest of the AFC North. I mean, the AFC is so stacked up. This is funny. Like, I will give the Browns one thing. If they were in the NFC, they would have a lot easier of a chance. I'm just joking. I love making fun of the Clowns. Okay, no, I figured because I've seen your name before, so I was like, I feel like I've seen you before. But no, on a real note though, if the Clowns were in the NFC, they would actually have a ability to maybe make the playoffs and maybe make a Super Bowl, maybe, just maybe, and that would be the craziest thing possible. But it's somewhat possible because the NFC is that weak. The AFC is just so stacked up. It's Cleveland versus Detroit in the Super Toilet Bowl. Oh, that's hilarious. Hyping up the Browns is just funny since we know they're going to suck. No, it's absolutely hilarious. As I always say, right? The Browns have always been the, like, little runt kid in a family. Like, all the people are successful in the family, and then you get that one, person who you're like, oh, that person's kind of a loser. They're not really successful. They don't really got anything going in life. That's what the Cleveland Browns have always been in our division for the AFC North. You got the Ravens, you got the Steelers, you got the Bengals, always kind of back and forth. Bengals now 2 AFC North titles back to back. Ravens did it twice. Steelers did it twice. You have all these, like, moments, right? And then you just got the Clowns, man. It's just so funny. The Clowns have never won the AFC North, and that still shocks me to say that. Because how? Don't get me wrong, the AFC North has only been around since 2001, right? But again, still, in 22 years, man, the Clowns couldn't one time take it. Like, we've just been bullying them back and forth, like, nah, bro. Like, every time the Clowns try to get the AFC North, we pull it away and go, you gotta be quicker than that. You gotta be quicker than that. Bro, we always be clowning on them. Again, like I said, that's why, I don't know. With the Clowns, sometimes I'm like, bro, maybe. Sometimes, like, it was like a first half of a game, I don't root for them, but I'll be like, yeah, you got this. You can do something. You can do something, Clownies. And then they end up clowning it up in the end, so it doesn't matter. The end of the world happens when the Lions versus Browns Super Bowl happens. If it's bro, I would not watch that. Honestly, I think NFL fans would boycott the NFL if they ever let the Browns play in the Super Bowl versus the Lions. That would be horrendously bad. That would be freaking awful. Browns were good before Paul Brown was fired. The Browns, they actually do have 6 championships with Autogram. They actually do. They have won 6 championships way back in the day with Autogram. So, like, yeah, they were actually pretty decent way back in the day. But not anymore, man. That quarterback situation where they couldn't find a quarterback from a hole in the ground, they were just an absolute clusterfluff. And they have never been the same since. No matter who. I mean, like, you want to see how bad the clowns are? Look at Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia was pretty dang good with the 49ers. He was a playoff quarterback with the 49ers. He goes to Cleveland. His career went to heck. He didn't have a career anymore when he hit Cleveland. But when he was with the San Francisco, he was actually pretty serviceable. He wasn't great. He wasn't amazing. But he was like Alex Smith. He was pretty serviceable. And then the Browns gave him all that money, and he went downhill fast. So that's like the best way I can put it. Jeff Garcia is the best example of that. And then they drafted so many other busts like Tim Couch. But oh man, I love. Like I said, it's like a little brother, man. That's how I look at the Clownies. They're like a little brother of the AFC North. Everyone's sitting there like, come on. Come on, man. Alright, we're going to get into this game, though. It's 8:09. What streaming service are you guys watching it on? I know a lot of people are watching on NBC. I'm watching it on Peacock. Do you think the Browns' supposed elite defense will finally show up this year? Oh, wow. Listen, they do have an elite defense. They really do. The problem usually is the fact that they just absolutely crap the bed. But they did actually go out there and get a new defensive coordinator, and he's actually pretty dang good. So I would say I think their defense is going to be above average, right? Because they did actually go and invest money in a defense coordinator. But I don't know. I'm going to say probably above average at best. I don't think they're going to be that good, though. They do have literally one good elite corner, Denzel Ward. Other than that, their secondary is pretty mid. They do have actually Grant Delpit safety, and he's actually pretty dang good too. But other than that, their secondary is pretty mid. And again, they had to shut down all of us. I mean, you look at the Ravens wide receiving core, you look at the Steelers with George Pickens. I mean, even though Kenny Pickett might not develop that great, you do have still George Pickens, who looks absolutely S+ tier. And then obviously you got the freaking Bengals with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, everyone, man. Their linebackers are freaking god-awful. They do have, well, I do cover the Clowns on my AFC North channel, which I'm not biased somehow, some way. But they do have Jeremiah Colmoa, and they have Anthony something. And both those guys are returning from injuries from last year. They were out all last year with injuries. They're returning, but they're still not 100%. They might not be 100% for the season. So, what Bengals rookie are you most excited about? 1,000% Chase Brown, Dylan. 1,000% Chase Brown. I have said many times on the channel, I'll say it a million times again. Chase Brown is going to finish the season as RB1 on this team. Joe Mixon will be RB2. And we're probably going to move on from Joe Mixon next season. And that's because we're probably going to draft a running back next year, and we'll probably have Chase Brown and another running back in that backfield. Chase Brown is so electrifying with his speed, with his hands, with everything. I reacted to a game clip of him today in training camp, and I'm telling you right now, this is exactly what he did in college. Once he gets in the open field and you get that correct block for him, he finds that hole and he explodes through it. And he did that exact same thing in training camp today. And when I watch him today, all the clips I watch him in college, it's the exact same, it's the exact same player. Which is not, you kind of expect that, right? But at the same time, though, sometimes players can't transition from the college level to the NFL level because the speed is different. But he is easily transitioning very, very well. Who do you got winning this game? I think the Jets win it. I think the Jets win it because the Jets are playing unfair, okay? The Jets are coming out here with Zach Wilson at quarterback, while the Browns are coming out here with Kellen Mond, whatever his name is. He's a old Vikings quarterback that got drafted, but nobody wanted on Minnesota. It was so bad that, was it Mike Zimmer at the time? They drafted this guy, right? And they were supposed to play him in the preseason, right? Literally, Mike Zimmer goes, I'm not playing him in the preseason. They're like, well, don't you want to see what he looks like? And Mike Zimmer was like, no, I don't want to see what it looks like. That's how bad this guy is. And now Cleveland has him. But then Cleveland also is going to be debuting their rookie they just drafted in the 5th round this year. And I will say overall-wise, the 5th round pick they got, quarterback-wise, he actually looks pretty okay. So he might actually be okay. The Browns' interior defense line also pretty bad. But they did get... Yeah, I will say, obviously Myles Garrett's going to always forever be a beast on that defense. Like, that's just period, end of story. But Dalvin Tomlinson, yeah, he is a good run stuffer. And to be honest, their defense last year against the run was absolutely abysmal. So they needed someone on there to actually do something to shut down that rushing attack. Because you got the Ravens that can run the ball, the Bengals, and the Steelers. And you need to shut that down. So he's also a pretty average to above average pass rusher. So that's another really good pickup for them overall wise. Who do you think will have a breakout season on the Bengals? Well, obviously outside of Chase Brown, I'm going to say the guy who I believe is going to have a breakout season, I know it's kind of a rookie too, is going to be Charlie Jones. Now, today he went down with an injury. He has a left arm injury. Based on what I understand, he'll be fine. But his left arm did get hurt today, so he got carted off the field. But I think he'll become a superstar this year, and it will be Tyler Boyd's last year. I think Charlie Jones will really step up and take over the Tyler Boyd role. I think it will be a transition now. Here we go, guys. First kickoff, and it's going to be not out of the back of the end zone, but it's in the end zone. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure the Browns ranked top 5 in pass defense, but bottom 5. Yeah, their pass defense was so good last year. It's because Myles Garrett is a freaking nature, bro. Myles Garrett is an absolute monster. But they can't stop the run, though. And that's going to be probably the problem this year. Again, like I said, Tomlinson is a good pickup, and that's going to help him out a lot. But he can't do everything. I was going to say Cam Taylor-Britt. Cam Taylor-Britt looks so good in practice so far. In training camp, Cam Taylor-Britt looks like an absolute superstar. I think he's just going to continue to progress as he was before, which is absolutely amazing. And we got a screen pass to start off right away. Okay, we got a 6-yard screen pass on first down for the Clownies. And let's see. Oh, they going no huddle? Hold up. No. Okay, I thought they were going no huddle at first. I thought they were going quick paced here. The Clowney was solid defensive end too, but Smith is going to be a large improvement. Zarius Smith is just, I don't know. He's good, but at the same time though, you gotta look what happened with him with the Packers and the Vikings. Both teams he quit on halfway throughout the season because they weren't doing that good, and he just didn't want to play for them anymore. So there's always possible that happens. Oh, a tight end screen pass. Okay, I see it. They got a tight end screen pass. Cam Taylor. I say he's gonna get 6 interceptions on the season. Cam Taylor-Britt, 6 interceptions on the season. Clowney's gone though. Clowney's no longer a Brown. You say he's 22 interceptions on the season? That would be crazy. I think realistically 6. But yeah, I'd be through with 5. I say 6 on the season would be my number. But yeah, Clowney is off the he's still a free agent. So the Browns aren't interested in bringing back Javion Clowney. Why is this not updating NFL? They just got a first down on a screen pass. The first game of the season, and the NFL is not updating their thing. Alright, we got a run up the middle here, went absolutely nowhere. That Jets defense line now is actually getting going. I hope we don't see any injuries this game, but I feel like we're going to. I don't know why. And maybe it's just because it's the first contact of the season. Like, 2 a game would be crazy. That would be absolutely insane. If he got 2 a game, that would be legendary, honestly. Yeah, I'm not sure if you watch college, but back in 2013. Oh yeah, no, Clowney. There's a reason why Clowney was the #1 overall pick by the Houston Texans. Clowney was an absolute freak of nature back in college. All right, I'm gonna try to see if I can fix the NFL thing here. Let me see. Maybe that works. The NFL just does not want to update this website. But yeah, Clowney was an absolute freak of nature back in college. Which, again, like I said, the Texans had J.J. Watt and Clowney at the same time. If it wasn't for injuries, Clowney would have been, like, that defensive line would have been the most star-studded ever in the league. I feel like 2 to 4 injuries this game, possibly. Yeah. I'm going to say probably 3. I'm going to meet you in the middle there and say probably 3. Is that our first holding call of the season? Yeah, I'm South Carolina fan, so I watch Clowney in person. Oh my gosh. There's 2 players I would love to watch in person. Will Anderson Jr. and Clowney. Those are 2 guys that were absolute animals. Alright, what's the penalty? What's the penalty flag, guys? I'm gonna guess this is holding. It was kind of in the neighborhood of holding here. Alright, and we got the call. Oh, legal formation offense. Okay. That's actually not surprising. Let me see if ESPN has this game. Like the actual highlights, so I can show the highlights. Because the NFL's not working. No, they don't. Dang, bro. First game in the season, and we don't even have the play-by-play set up yet, NFL? We do have... Okay. Who's your favorite Bengal? T. Higgins. What sucks is like Chase Brown is kind of turning into the next Clowney. Good player, but can't have full potential with injuries. Chase Young, man, I feel so bad for him, honestly, because I don't know if he's really ever going to play. Like, he played, 3 games last year, still recovering from his injury from his second year in the NFL, and it's like every time. Now he's on his last year of his rookie contract. So, like, what else is he going to do here? Because after this season, if he can't play this season or he misses time this season, he's not getting a contract from anyone else. The Commanders already turned down his 5th-year option. So he's going to have to go and hit free agency. And I'm sure someone's going to give him money based on the fact that he's young. He's 24, 25 years old. He has a whole future ahead of him. And he was dominant in college. But even then, I mean, okay, it finally is updating. Let's go, NFL. There we go, NFL. But even then, and our first field goal was missed. 49-yard field goal missed by the Cleveland Clownies. Let's go. But even then, I don't know. But real fast, I will mention, because the Clowns just missed the field goal. So the Clowns kicker, York, right? Last year, he has a really good leg. Like, he can kick the ball 50-plus easily. But his problem is accuracy. And going into training camp in the season, the accuracy has always been his biggest problem. So this is kind of funny that he missed the 49-yard field goal because, accuracy is his biggest problem, and that's what he misses. His first field goal of the season, I mean. Yeah, if he's healthy, Washington, could be the one of the best in the league. Yeah, they have Montez Sweat, and they have Chase Young, and then they have Jonathan Allen. They had the best defensive line, period, in the league. And they just couldn't stay healthy. Montez Sweat stayed healthy, but not Chase Young. I just ordered 7 Bengals pixels to hang up on my wall. Nice, nice, nice. Every time the Bengals win this year, I'm buying another piece of Bengals merch, and I'm going to be hanging it up behind me. So, by the end of the season, we'll probably have 15 wins. We're going to have a lot of Bengals merch here. But okay, so it looks like, and again, keep in mind this is more updated than what I'm watching for some reason. But what I'm watching right now was they just sacked the quarterback, and now it's fourth down, and they're about to kick a field goal, which I already know they missed. But I think you guys might be more updated than I am, or kind of same pace of where I am. Could you see an Eagles Super Bowl hangover? It'll be interesting. I could see the Eagles falling a little bit back and maybe like not winning the division and letting the Cowboys win it, and maybe they're like 6 or 7 seed. But I think they still make the playoffs. They still have the roster and the players to get to the playoffs. But keep in mind that they lost. You gotta keep in mind the Eagles lost their defense coordinator and their offense coordinator. They lost their coaches. You know how like we almost lost our coaches this offseason with Lou, Dan Pitcher, and Brian? They lost all their guys. So, we got very lucky that we brought back everybody, but they didn't. So they're going to be a completely different unit coaching-wise this upcoming season. Oh, wow. York missed that wide right. That wasn't even close. I can see a hangover any given Sunday. Oh, no, 100%. Again, that's why you always say, you never know what's going to happen any given Sunday. Anyone could win, anyone could lose. There's not really ever like a, guarantee. There's no guarantee in football. So a lot of people got to realize there's nothing guaranteed in football. Yeah, there's a lot of defensive plays. Yeah, too, yeah. And them losing their coordinators, that's not going to be good. Because you got to think, Jalen Hurts, he hasn't been in the league that long, right? So if he hasn't been in the league that long, he's losing his defense coordinators. He's using guys that he trusts with him, right? And now he's losing them. Then now he has to adjust to new coordinators, new systems, new schemes. He might not work out in a new scheme or a new system. And what if he takes a setback? And what if the first couple of games of the season, he's not that great and they lose? And they start off 0-3, right? Well, now it's like, okay, well, 0-3, we just lost the Super Bowl. Who do you blame? The coordinators? You can't fire them right away. So it's like, it's a whole mess. It's really going to be a mess to see how that ends up working out. 49ers could be competitive with a healthy quarterback. Yeah, 100%. Brock Purdy apparently is back at training camp, and Brock Purdy is healthy. So, Brock Purdy being healthy should be pretty dang good, hopefully. And I say hopefully because they play the Squealers week 1, and I do not want to see the Squealers win that game. Yeah, they lost a lot of defensive players too. They did, but then he also gained a lot of other defensive players back, which actually helped them bail them out in the end. I got a picture of them in the Bengals defense. Jamar Chase, Sam Hubbard. Oh, nice, Dylan. Awesome. I definitely think the Patriots upset the Eagles week 1. It's possible. It's very possible. I just don't really trust Mac Jones that much, in all honesty. I just don't think he's going to be capable. And you got to think, like, again, the Patriots crapped the bed not getting DeAndre Hopkins. They have no receivers, like, at all. So the fact that they're now going into the season with already a mid quarterback, that should be interesting to see how that ends up working out. Thoughts on Kelsey swinging on teammates twice? I saw that. Kelsey, if you guys did not see, Kelsey started a fight and swung on some teammates in the end zone. He came out and he apologized. He said that he should be a leader and all that, and he should not be doing that kind of stuff. And I commend him for that. With actually stepping up and saying he did wrong. But I don't know. It's always weird for me, especially when you're in that level up for that team, like you're the best in the league. You shouldn't be acting like that in any way. You got to hold your composure better, and you're held to a different standard than other players are. Because when you start acting like that, it's going to be like Joe Burrow acting like that for the Bengals. When you act like that, now you're going to cause other people to act like that because they think it's acceptable. So, I don't like it, but it is what it is. He was heated in the moment, and you should never do that kind of stuff. But, I mean, that's what the Chiefs do, That's their culture. They're just reckless, so. Bengals versus 49ers in the Super Bowl, but Bengals finally win. That would be nice. That would be nice. That would be absolutely nice. Never doubt the hoodie, though. Oh, well, you know what's funny is the hoodie this year. If he loses 17 more games in his coaching career, he will have the most losses of any head coach of all time. If he win, Zach Wilson on 3rd and 2 just rolled out, had an easy first down in the play, and slipped and fell and ate dirt in his face. On a 3rd and 2, he had the easiest first down of all time, and he just slipped and fell and did not get a yard. I'm sorry, I had to stop for that because that was absolutely hilarious. But if he wins 17 games, he has the most wins of any head coach in NFL history. So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see what ends up happening there. But if he loses 17 more games. But honestly, I will say this right now, and this is based on what everyone's saying. If he loses, if they go anything worse than 8-9 this year, he's getting fired. 100%. I could see the Pats sneaking into wild card playoffs. It's possible, maybe at the 7th seed. But again, you got to keep in mind there's so many good teams in the NFL. I mean, you just look at the AFC East alone. You got the Jets, you got the Dolphins, you got the Bills, and you got the Patriots. All those teams could possibly sneak in. Actually, I have a really cool... Hang on. I got a really cool graphic I want to pull up for you guys while it's commercial over here. I definitely... I'm kind of debating on getting a picture of Cam, Taylor, Britt, and Boyd. Oh, that would be nice. Again, like I said, it's possible they sneak in, but I don't know. I don't ever really too much have faith in the, what's it called? In the, the Patriots. That's what I'm trying to say. But I'm also a Patriot hater, so I can't really talk. Alright, so let me pull this up real fast. Because this is the Vegas odds of what they think the Super Bowls are going to be this year. So, as you know, Vegas has their own little system they do. Here we go. So, here is the matchups that... Oh. Okay. Do that. Oh, no, I do not want to do it like that. Let me zoom in here. Alright, so here's what Vegas is saying that the Super Bowl matchups will be this year. So, let me make that a little bit bigger. There we go. So the first one, and the one that they think is most likely, is going to be Chiefs-Eagles yet again, right? That's the highest betting odds right now that they think it's going to happen again. I think the Raiders get one pick this year. I don't think they get one pick. The second most likely is Chiefs 49ers. And keep in mind, the left category is the winners, the right category is the losers. So Vegas thinks that the Eagles are going to lose again to the Chiefs. The Niners will lose again to the Chiefs. And then the third one is they said the Eagles will beat the Chiefs. The fourth one is the Bills will beat the Eagles. The fifth one is the Bills will beat the 49ers. The sixth one, which again, keep in mind, is all 4,000. So these all have the same amount of odds of happening, according to Vegas, is the Bengals beat the Eagles or the Bengals beat the 49ers. The Eagles beat the Bills. The 49ers beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs beat the Cowboys, which the Cowboys make the Super Bowl. The war might end. And then let me go ahead and zoom in on this one. And then this is the second set here. They say that the Eagles are going to beat the Bengals. The 49ers beat the Bills. The 49ers beat the Bengals yet again for the third time. The Jets beat the Eagles. The Bills beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs beat the Lions. That would be a cool one. Chiefs beat the Lions. That'd be cool. Jets beat the 49ers, Bengals beat the Cowboys, or Eagles beat the Jets. I gotta say, out of all those, I'm going with the... I don't think it's the Cowboys. I'm gonna say the Bengals beat the Niners. The Bengals beat the Niners and finally win a Super Bowl versus that team. That's my guess. To be honest, we'll never. Wait. To be honest, we will never have a better chance than the Chiefs. People don't realize the Bengals are better than the Chiefs. The Bengals are better than the Chiefs. They are. I hate to tell you that, Chiefs fans, but we're better than you. That's why we're 3-1 against you. That's why you had to take a controversial call to beat us and finally get it done. You know Chris Jones might not return to Kansas City. I think he will. Chris Jones he refuses to go to training camp because of the fact he's not getting paid, and he wants to get paid big boy money. He wants to get paid top pass rusher money. And KC doesn't have the cap room to do it. So it is what it is. Bengals beating Eagles, my guess. That would be interesting. I feel like we would spank the Eagles badly. Oh, wow. Illegal formation on a 3rd down. Clowny football, man. Clowny football. That's how you know you're a clown, man. 3rd and 5. Wide open pass. And he just absolutely drops it. We got robbed the last Super Bowl. 1,000%. That mysterious holding call. So they drop a 3rd and 5 wide open catch and get a legal formation on them on the same play, bro. Yeah, that's hilarious. And not only that, it was like that mysterious holding on Logan Wilson on Cooper Kupp that gave him the touchdown. And then on the last drive, on 4th and 3, when, we called a bad play. We had Jamar Chase wide open. It is what it is. Aaron Donald jumped off sides. But they don't want to call that, do they? Man. Because they wanted to give Cooper Kupp that MVP award so freaking bad. But it is what it is. You know? We're not looking at the past. We're looking toward the future. We're looking toward the next 3 Super Bowls. Because no matter what they do, we'll keep getting past. Look at Aaron Donald's clutch play. The entire defense was offsides. Yeah, not surprising. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Not even gonna... Again, like I said, that's the past, and... What are you going to do? The NFL doesn't want us to win. The NFL doesn't want us to get a ring. But we're going to go against the NFL, and we're going to get a ring. Never forget that when the Chiefs beat us, right? Roger Goodell hugged Chris Jones and said, sorry, my bad. When the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, Roger Goodell hugged Chris Jones and said, "We did it." Come on now. What is that? I know it's because he's a Chiefs fan. How is the NFL commissioner supposed to be biased? He's not supposed to be biased and say, "We did it." That's called rigging stuff. And last year, AFC Championship game, we got robbed again. Yeah. You said it wasn't even just... No, I know. I'm just saying for sure I saw Aaron Donald. I know it was a whole defensive line. I'm just saying for sure it was Aaron Donald. It was at least Aaron Donald. I know you could have called it. If you're going to call it on one player, you would have called it there on Aaron Donald. He was definitely. But, I mean, because they would have made the argument for everybody else. But, you know what's funny? So they have that one penalty where it's like everyone's offsides except for the center, right? Everyone falls side but the center. They don't do that for defense, which it would be kind of funny if they did that for defense. Everyone was offsides but the D tackle. Everyone was offsides but the left end. That'd be kind of funny, man. Not gonna lie to you. Rams, the most stacked roster in the league with multiple veterans, need the refs' help to barely. Dude, the refs, I mean, listen, okay, that Ram squad, I don't want to talk about that Ram squad. They were good, but they weren't that good. They were pretty mid going into that game. And I think everyone knew we were going to beat them. 1,000% going to beat them. And they were just like, let's keep the game close because, Cooper Kupp, we want him to be like this crazy. He had a crazy season. And we want him to be this crazy thing. And then look how it turned out. The Bengals winning Super Bowl is not sexy for anyone in the NFL. They just hate it. And the Rams winning it was like, oh, that's LA. Because what they think is the Rams win the Super Bowl, then everyone's going to go to, and everyone in LA, Los Angeles, is going to go to the games and watch the Rams play. That's what they thought. And guess what? It didn't happen because nobody in LA wants to go watch the Rams. They want to go like all the other party scenes. Rams go from winning a Super Bowl to trash. Yeah, because they were trash beforehand too. Oof. Nah, they weren't that bad beforehand, but they sold their soul to win a Super Bowl. That's what they did. They literally got every single player possible, messed up their future to try to win a Super Bowl. Oh my gosh, that was a good catch. Taylor with a nice 40, 50-yard catch down the field. Listen, Zach Wilson overthrew that ball right there. Zach Wilson overthrew that ball, but I got to give him props because that receiver, he laid out for that ball. And if Zach would have done a better pass there, he was probably going for 6. But you know what? Good play by him right there. I feel like Week 17 Chiefs could play submitted to the Bengals now era. Week 17 is going to be different, man. Over the salary cap and supposed to sign OBJ with Bitcoin. How does that Dude, the Rams had to get rid of everyone because they literally said, like, the Rams were the king of, the Rams and the Saints, they were the king of saying, we're going to push the money down the road 5 years in the future, create voidable years, and that's how we're going to do things. They signed, what's his name? What's that quarterback's name? Taysom Hill to a $155 million deal and made 5 of his years voidable. They just pushed the money down the road. They just showed Vontae Barber. Yeah, I see. Who day? What's up, Seth? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream, my guy. Right now, we're watching Zach Wilson actually throw a good pass in this game. They never heard of him? You talking about Rondé Barber? Hall of Famer? Amazing. Absolutely S+ tier cornerback. But it's funny because him and Revis is obviously, I don't know. I always think the argument on who's the best corner in history. Dion's up there. Revis Island is up there. Revis was something different though. Revis was an animal. The thing about Revis that was so good is that he played in a division that was so stacked. Like, you had the, franchise Patriots at the time when Revis played for the Jets. And, which is crazy to say that, because he shut down everyone on the Patriots. I think he had like 7 games, I think, in his whole entire career where he allowed over 100 yards or something. Like, he was a monster. It is crazy, man. But freaking Rondé Barber played on that Buccaneer squad back when they had John Gruden way back in the day. You got into football in 2008? Okay, that makes sense. So you got right around... Yeah, you got right around Flacco time. Slacko. That's 2008, 2009. Maybe 2010. Okay. What about Charles Woodson? Man, Charles Woodson was... When he was with the Packers, he was an S+ tier, 1,000 tier, plus tier. But then when he went to the Raiders, he did slow up a tad bit, but he was still pretty good with the Raiders. Even in his older age with the Raiders, he was actually still pretty dang good. But Charles Woodson was a freaking monster. All those guys are monsters, man. But 2010, so yeah, so you got in Larry Fitzgerald, Santonio Holmes kind of time. Yeah, Flacco, Ben wasn't a fun time. Yeah, no, I mean, Flacco wasn't anything crazy. He only got crazy when he gets to the playoffs. And 3-0. We finally have points on the board, guys. Wow. It only took forever. Hey, let me update the thingy. Because we actually got points on the board. I think it's interesting how Charles Woodson and Peyton Manning got drafted in the same class but also retired the same season. That is kind of interesting. I didn't even realize that. Wow. And they're both in the Hall of Fame now. So, I guess that works out in mysterious ways for mysterious reasons. I love how I hope the NFL thing updates more once the season kicks off, because this is absolutely an L when it comes to, the NFL here. Like, you would think the first game of the season, even though it's preseason, you think they at least have the thing updated correctly. NFL out here with the L's, man. Bengals would have about 15 now, to be honest. Yeah. Oh man, I'm just ready for actual football to be back. Like, don't be wrong, Hall of Fame game. I watch it every year. It's funny because I always complain. We always complain about the Hall of Fame game, but then we always watch them. Because listen, how can you not? It's football being back. Yes, I will be streaming all the Bengals preseason games. We're gonna be streaming the Packers game, which is week 1 of the preseason, and all the other ones too, all 3. And with those games, I'll be a little bit more hyped. I'll be honest with you, because it's actually my team, and it's not watching the Clowns and the Jets. And it's also not going to be like this because this is obviously a Hall of Fame game, and you have backups on backups playing, except for Zach Wilson, obviously. But yeah, so I'll be a little bit more hyped for those games. But I'm going to tell you right now, though, it's kind of funny how Zach Wilson, a former top 5 pick in the NFL, is now playing a Hall of Fame game against absolute scrubs on defense. I mean, these guys are practice squad guys and below. And he only had one big pass in this game so far, which was like a 50-yard pass. Other than that, he didn't do anything in this game. I like how if our receivers get injured, we just keep reloading in the draft, so it would be fine. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of receivers on our team right now, though. We do. So, like, it's kind of funny to say that, but, I mean, Andre, obviously, he's seen the chance he doesn't make the roster. He's probably going to, because he's played pretty good today. And so far at training camp, he's been pretty decent. But, like, we have so many players on that roster. Trent Irwin, Stanley Morgan, obviously Charlie Jones now. Like, it just goes down the list. Now, again, like I said, I really do hope we bring back Tyler Boyd on league minimum. But if Charlie Jones goes off this year, probably 0% chance of that. Can we get rip Ken Riley, man. Sad, but one of the best of all time. But yeah, we have so many receivers, just like literally over and over again. Like, to just keep going. Problem is, though, a lot of the receivers don't have that much chemistry with Joe, though. So once he gets back, you get some chemistry going with training camp or preseason. I hope Andre and Ivy make the roster. They got a lot of potential. Poison Ivy is definitely making the roster no matter what. I'm going to tell you that right now. Poison Ivy has already made the roster. They love him in training camp. They absolutely love Poison Ivy. Mike Hilton gave him the nickname Poison Ivy. They love him in training camp. So he's definitely making the roster. Andre, he had a really bad first couple of training camps, but he's gotten a lot better since then. Did the Clowns fumble the ball but also get hit in the head at the same time? Fumble, yeah. It's a fumble. The Clowns fumbled the football. That guy got smashed. Oh, that's a headshot. Is that going to be a fumble? Is that going to stand as a fumble? Because if it's a headshot, that would be a 15-yard penalty. Nope, it was a fumble. Never mind. Okay. I'm surprised. I thought they wouldn't call that a headshot. Do you think we'll ever retire Chad's number? We really should, in all honesty, because literally T. Higgins just changed his number from 85 to 5 because he said 85 is Chad Ochocinco. So that's literally why he changed his number, because he wanted to make his own legacy with his own number. He didn't want to be remembered as 85 because that's Chad. So we really should retire his number, in all honesty. There's no reason not to. Like, no one's 85 now. No one's going to be 85 moving forward, most likely. I mean, it's possible someone's 85 moving forward, but T just changed his number out of it, so. Man, really just fumbled that football? I can't believe that. The Ring of Honor is the right place to do it. We'll see. We'll see what they end up doing. That's going to be that Rams game. That third. See, you know what's funny? It's like everything has a reason, right? Everything in like NFL has a reason why things are set up a certain way. And we were all confused why, like, why are they playing that Monday night game, week 3 versus the Rams? That's such a stupid game because the Bengals are gonna destroy the Rams on Monday Night Football. No one wants to watch Monday Night Football. Like Rams get destroyed by the Bengals, but it makes sense now because of the Ring of Honor. That's why, because the Bengals are gonna be using their they're gonna be wearing the all white jerseys, and they're gonna be doing the Ring of Honor ceremony. So they're going to be putting in Boomer Esiason and Chad. So everyone's going to want to watch that. So that's why they made that game Monday Night Football. Because they thought, okay, you know what? No one's going to watch a Rams versus Bengals game because the Bengals is going to destroy the Rams. So let's make this a primetime game. Get that out of the way. And then everyone can enjoy the fact that it's the Ring of Honor. Because outside of just Bengals fans, a lot of people like Chad Ochocinco. Because he's funny, he was always humorous on the sideline, his antics, how he was. Boomer Esiason, people might like him from like his broadcasting and stuff, but Chad, everyone loves Chad, right? You can't not love Chad. Chad was just a beautiful spirit on the field. Like, he always brought laughter to fans. Like, even if you were a Ravens, Steelers, Browns fans, you still loved Chad because he was hilarious. I mean, you go back to the Ravens versus Bengals game where Chad literally started trying to bribe the refs with $3 so that he could get a certain call. Like, you can't not love Chad Ochocinco. So they're going to be fans of just watching that just because. It's like, oh, that's fun. It's fun that Chad got in. Man, how the bluff is Ken Anderson not in the Hall of Fame? One of the best passers in. The reason why is because they hate the Bengals, man. That's just a fact. That's why we always get the tough end of the stick. Please tell me that someone at, at NFL.com is like a Cleveland Browns like personnel. And that's why this is not updating. Like, bro, it is 6-0. And they still are stuck on the 9:56 to go in the first quarter. We are in the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Who in the Cleveland Clownies is running this gig? Bro, somebody in the Cleveland Counties organization is running this gig, man. I'm telling you right now. Hey, look. Prison inmate number 4. Why does Van Pelt look so confused? He's staring straight at the camera like, what am I doing here? Wow, that was an eventful first quarter for Hall of Fame game. Keep in mind, guys, the over-under is 33 points. Yeah. Wanted a hot dog during halftime. Oh my gosh, yes, that was hilarious. I loved it when he tried to marry the cheerleader. I love that so much. Or when he took control of the camera operator and he started using the camera. Oh my gosh, I love Chad. Chad is so great. Oh. I hope when the Ring of Honor, he does something crazy. I really hope he does that night. I hope week 3 he just goes crazy on the field for something. Cause man, that's Chad, bro. Chad is the best. Oh my gosh. Last year when the Bengals got hosed with the whole Ravens thing with the flip of the coin, that whole situation where Chad was like, say he's gonna go to the game and heckle fans and stuff like that. No, he was gonna heckle the Bills fans during week 17, but obviously, what happened. But he was gonna heckle fans there, and then he was gonna heckle fans in the wild card game, and then when Joe Mixon did the flip of the coin and stuff, that was absolutely hilarious. Chad deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, absolutely. Amazing. His celebrations were always something to look forward to. It was just so extra. Like, listen, Chad did things that you weren't supposed to do in the NFL. And that you knew he was going to get not suspended for it, but fined for it. He knew he was going to get in trouble for it. He knew he wasn't supposed to do it, but he did it anyway. Just for the fans' entertainment and to make the fans happy. And that's what you got to love about Chad, man. Chad knew he was going to lose some money, but he did it anyway. And honestly, his story is kind of funny if you follow his story. He lived in the Bengals, like, he lived in their, what's it called? He lived in their stadium for, I think, the first 2 years of his career in Cincinnati because he didn't want to go buy an apartment. And he was like, I literally work out here anyway, and I'm always here, so why don't I just live here? And it took Marvin Lewis at the time going up to him after 2 years of living in the facility and saying, Chad, you have to get your own apartment. You have to move out. Like, he's telling a star receiver, you gotta move out of here, man. You can't live in our building anymore. So he got an apartment a little bit down the road, just a very small distance down the road, got an apartment, and he lived there for a little bit. But I just love how he is, because he even says, you know, like, he would always wear fake jewelry, fake watches, fake, you know, shoes, fake everything. And he's like, you know, why wear all the expensive stuff? If women want you, they're going to want you for, you know, because you're a football player. It doesn't matter if you have all this fake stuff on. So he would always wear fake stuff because he's like, I'm not spending money on real stuff like that. It's pointless. So, like, Odell Beckham spent $500,000 on a watch. Chad would never have done that. He wanted to save some cash. He did. He actually did. What I like about Chad is, unlike a lot of former players, Chad still treats the Bengals like his own. Yeah, 100%, man. I love Chad. Chad is just crazy. Just imagine being a coach. You're like, you got owner talks to you as a coach. Hey, man, you gotta go evict our star receiver from the team, from the the building. He has to go. He has to move out. He's 24 years old, and he kind of is also, you know, a star receiver now. Chad's just like, man, I'm saving money here, bro. I can shower here, I can eat here, I can sleep here, I can work out here. Like, this is like a hotel going on here at Paul Brown Stadium. I mean, at Paycor Stadium. Oh, man. That's hilarious. I covered that story like way back in the day, like a couple years ago, and that was absolutely hilarious. What's up, Dylan? Welcome back. You didn't miss much. The first quarter's over now. Second quarter, the Clowns are 3rd and 3 now at their own 30-yard line. It's going to be a pass here. This one all day to throw the ball, and it's caught. But the guy caught the ball and then ran back, so he didn't get a first down. He got the first down and then went backwards, so he didn't get the first down. Are they going to call it 4th and 1? I feel like they're going to call this 4th and 1. Because the Jets players were saying that they stopped them. Do you think T and Jamar will be in the Hall of Fame one day? Yeah, I do believe they will be. I mean, at this point, they're getting 1,000-yard seasons every single year. At this point, obviously, yeah, I hope so. But again, they do like bluffing over the Bengals. He did not get it, bro. That is typical Clownies. The Clowns, 3rd and 3. They show a short pass. He gets the first down. And then he runs backwards and doesn't get it, so they have to punt the ball. Typical Clowns. Depends on how T and Jamar Chase career goes. I mean, if they continue on the pattern they're on right now, on the system on right now, easily. Because there are 1,000-yard receivers every single year. And under Joe Burrow, they're going to be 1,000-yard receivers every single year. So, love your content. Keep it up. I appreciate you, Joshua. Thank you so much. But yeah, if they keep getting 1K a year, they're easily going to get in. But, I mean, obviously, if they went to a team that sucked, then they couldn't really be decent. Or, I mean, again, they are still star receivers no matter what. So even with bad quarterbacks, they would probably still be 1,000-yard receivers. Also, I'm excited for the most from the 2023 draft is Myles Murphy. I think he could really help us improve. The thing about Myles Murphy I like the most, and it's kind of what we're doing right now in training camp with him, is they're using him as as versatile of a piece as possible, meaning that they're using him in every way possible. They're putting him at defensive lineman. They're putting him at linebacker. They're putting him as an edge rusher. They're putting him as a sub linebacker. They're using him in every way possible, which is why I'm excited about him, because now, he can fill in for anybody. And obviously keeping players fresh, keeping players in rotation, most important thing possible. And he can do a little bit of everything, and that's what's really exciting about him. He has speed. He has all the intangibles you can't teach. You can't teach speed, you can't teach size, and you can't teach strength. Those 3 things you can't teach in life, right? Those things you're born with. He has all 3, and we can use all 3 to our advantage. And he's also really tall and really, he got good muscle mass, so it's going to be exciting to see how he progresses. I wonder how dangerous we can go with a good offensive line. You give Burrow time to throw it, and that guy's going to win 7 Super Bowls. As I said before, if you gave Burrow Mahomes' offensive line for the last, 3 seasons, yeah, you see how far he goes. Keep in mind, the last time Mahomes had a bad offensive line, it was the Buccaneers Super Bowl game, and what happened in that game? They lost, 35-7 or something? And Mahomes was sacked, 12 times. Yeah. Interesting when you don't have a good offensive line, what happens. Yeah, I think our defensive line room is the second strongest part of our roster behind wide receiving core. I agree with you. I would say that. I think it's our receiving room is definitely number 1. Yeah, then I'd say defensive line. Then I will say, surprisingly, I'd say a linebacking group with Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson and Joseph Asai. And then, but I see an offensive line now. If Jonah can step up, we could be really good there. Then our tight end group, and then our secondary. But our secondary is pretty good. And our tight end group is pretty good, even with, just Irv Smith. He has to have a good offensive line, correct? Because in the Buccaneers Super Bowl, he didn't have a good offensive line, and he got absolutely mollywopped. But, Chiefs fans don't like to talk about that. Shh. Can't talk about that one, man. Oh, man, I love Chiefs fans. I have one Chiefs fan that comments on all my videos, and every single video I post, even when it's not about the Chiefs, he'll just comment and say, Pat Mahomes still number 1, better than Burrow any day. Every single video I post. I'm not even talking about the Chiefs. I talk about the Browns. He still comments about the Chiefs. Deshaun Watson's probably going to have a bad season. But Patrick Mahomes the best, though. Bro, I'm not even talking about Patrick Mahomes. Anything Mahomes does, Burrow can do better. Absolutely, man. Gotta love Burrow. Burrow is number 1, man. The fact that they made this score, they made the over-under this game 33 points, is absolutely a sin. I don't know, I think the Hall of Fame games in general, over the years, they always have, an over-under, and this is a total point scored, right? Total points that can be scored in the game. Usually the over-under is, around 15 to 20 points, 17, 20 points, around that period. Today, I don't know why, but they was let's what, Zach Wilson is starting. Let's make the over under 33 points. And I think that's just a sin, bro. There's no way. There's no way that should be a thing. I think our linebacking duo, Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson, is turning into one of the beasts in the league. Oh, 100%. Jermaine Pratt already is one of the best linebackers in the league. Logan Wilson's up there, too. And once we get Logan Wilson on their contract and we can, get that all locked down, will be good there. Again, like I said, it's just really coming down to getting this Burrow contract done. Can't wait for that one so we can see how much money we have for other players. People, yeah, pretty much, Dylan. I believe Chiefs take a step back this season in the AFC contenders. I hope they do. I really hope they take a step back. The Broncos should be good under Sean Payton, but again, like you said, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the problem was, starting off last season with the Broncos, was Neil Hackett came out and talked so much crap about the old regime and how he's going to change everything and Russell Wilson's this, next level guy. And then they did nothing. And now Sean Payton's doing the exact same thing Neil Hackett did. The good thing is Sean Payton is a Hall of Fame coach, right? Obviously, he coached with having a Hall of Fame quarterback in Drew Brees. I don't know if we're considering Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer yet. I mean, he did win a Super Bowl. Well, no, they won. They won two. They won one Super Bowl. They lost to the Patriots. They beat the Broncos. They lost to the Patriots. So I don't think we're. I don't know. That's a tough argument. When you get into that kind of talk about like Hall of Fame for quarterbacks, some quarterbacks. Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls, but he really didn't accomplish anything else but win 2 Super Bowls. Is he a Hall of Famer? You know, is Wilson a Hall of Famer? He won 1, but then lost 1, and hasn't done anything since. It's a weird conversation to have with that kind of stuff, especially because the quarterback is the most important part of the game, right? That's the guy who really makes or breaks the team. Yeah, no, I saw Tim Patrick again is out for the season. That's so sad, man. And then, but they do have Javonte Williams back. The Clowns do a pick! Interception! It's picked off! Let's go! The Clowns do a pick! Yeah, J.K. Dobbins is sitting out. I made a video today on my AFC North channel about it. J.K. Dobbins is sitting out because he's not getting paid. And he's on the last year of his contract. He hasn't been healthy in 2 years. And because he hasn't been healthy in 2 years, he's not going to do training camp. He's not going to play because he doesn't want to play again until he gets a contract. And the Ravens turned down his 5th-year option, and they're not going to pay him. Because they're like, dude, why would we pay you when you haven't been healthy in 2 years? You only want a contract so that you can go out there and get hurt, and we have to pay you money because it's guaranteed. They're not doing it. I like watching the Browns lose. Same here. I think with how much our defensively improved since 2020, could be the top 5 unit in the league. 100%. We just have to get after the quarterback. You know, last year we finished 29th after getting after the quarterback with 30 sacks. To put that in comparison, the Eagles had 74 sacks last year. We had 30. We have to get out to the quarterback this year. Now, Myles Murphy's going to help us out immensely. Joseph Asai is going to really blossom. He's been blossoming in training camp so far. But we have to get after the quarterback. That's 100%. Cause turnovers. We have a young secondary, so cause some turnovers to happen. Give Burrow the ball. We got to get after the quarterback. That's 100%. Thoughts on JT? Yeah, that's a mess. I posted my community tab about it. Jonathan Taylor, I mean, he met with Irsay. Irsay has made it very clear that he's not going to pay the running back a lot of money. And Jonathan Taylor wants a contract. And Irsay has made it very clear that he's not going to cave in. They met with each other, talked to one another in a room, and next thing you know, Jonathan Taylor is requesting to be traded. And Irsay said, no, I'm not trading you. So, there's not really much you could do there other than JT sitting out. If he sits out, he's coming off injuries. I will be interested to see what ends up happening there. It didn't work for Le'Veon Bell. It's probably not going to work for them. Browns need to be demoted to an XFL team. I would love to see that. Touchdown Jets! It is 13-0 in Canton, Ohio, as the Browns are losing yet again. It took 0 time. Watch them get blown out 33-0. Watch them get blown out 33-0, folks. Okay, I was about to say, he better not miss that extra point because I already put the score update. 13-0, Jets over Browns. Wow. Okay, maybe this over-under of 33 points might not be that crazy, but it might be all 33 points scored by the Jets. I also just realized, my bad on this one. It's also the second quarter. I gotta change that. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me do that. Touchdown Jets. The Clowns are losing. Wow. Who would have thought they trashed a plane and now they're losing a game? I still can't believe that crap. I made a video earlier you guys saw. But the Clowns literally trash a plane. They were on a plane from Greenbrier, West Virginia, back to Cleveland, Ohio. They were, there was candy everywhere, food everywhere, drinks spilled. I mean, the whole plane was disgusting. Apparently, the bathroom in the plane was, like, flooded, if you know what I'm saying. It was disgusting. That was an absolute, like, disgracefulness from an organization. No team has ever done that, and that is disgusting the Browns did that. Like, how are you going to leave a plane like that, man? Like, you're grown men. Clean up after yourselves. They don't care, though. I hope we can beat the Browns this year. We'll beat them twice. The only way they'll beat us is if Week 18 we're not putting in our starters, and they beat us that way. But they're not beating us. The only thing they're beating is a plane ride. They're going to beat the plane up because they're so mad they can't beat us. They can be like, we gotta beat the plane because we can't beat them. Oh, wow. They actually, that was a nice, oh, wow. Clownies. Clowns. 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 Dude, was literally my JV haiku coach back in when I was freshman. Oh, dang, Batman. We're wearing the new jerseys. They just had a screen pass for like 45 yards, and then they got a holding call. That's not surprising. Were they wearing the new jerseys? Are you talking about the Browns in this game? We're talking about in Week 18. They're only wearing those new jerseys like twice next year, I think. I don't know what games they're wearing them, though. They just get a huge screen pass for huge yardage, and they get all called back because they were holding. That's hilarious. Cleveland Clownies. Oh my gosh. And they just threw a pass, wide open guy, and just absolutely can't catch the ball because the guy threw a freaking rocket at him. Are they really trying to... They're trying to keep viewership, man. They keep showing Deshaun Watson every single 10 seconds. It was like, hey, look, this is Deshaun Watson, man. Browns had doo-doo stains on the new stains. Oh, okay. No, I don't know what they were wearing, but they found like the Browns, like they found like their merchandise stuff in like the seats and stuff. Because apparently Cleveland tried to deny that it was them, but then they're like, dude, we found your merchandise in the seats. Like, come on now. I prefer all the Bengals uniforms over anybody else's. They're all white to absolutely S+ tier. Like, that's not even a question. Freaking Browns. They cannot put on a good show, can they? You would think the Clowns could at least put on a good show, man. I mean, don't be wrong, man. First game back, football. At least we got football back, but... Okay, that was the first down. The only way they're moving the ball here is just doing screen passes. The Browns figured it out. Run screens, and this is the only way we can do something here. Oh, okay, I get you, Dylan. Yeah, I get you, Dylan. Yeah, no, it literally does look like a streak. It looks like a streak in the underwear, man. That's what the Browns uniforms look like now. It's just like freaking ugly, like 3 different shades of like 1, 2, 3. It looks bad, man. But you know what? Browns fans look at that and they go, "That's the best uniform ever. That's the best uniform in Ohio." I saw some Browns, Cleveland Browns today. One of their like fan pages, whatever, was talking crap about Joe Mixon, saying that he's like, oh, he's a criminal and he's a scum of a person. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, do you realize that your quarterback... Well, first off, he's not a scum of a person. He's not a criminal. But do you realize what your quarterback did? Like, Browns fans really be talking crap. And I'm just like, bro, your quarterback, 23 women, man. What's up, Bailey? How you doing, man? Welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome. But you know, they be talking so much stuff, and I'm like, bro, do you realize what you did? And on 2nd and 6, he throws it right at the ground because he's the Cleveland Clowns. Browns unintentionally the most hilarious franchise of all time. Oh, 100%. They are the laughing stock for so freaking long, man. The fact they gave, like, I mean, like, I'm just going to be the guy, right? They gave Kareem Hunt a chance after what he did, right? The only team that gave him a chance after what he did was the Clowns, right? Then, Deshaun Watson, after what he does, the only team that gives him a chance, the Clowns. Is that like a coincidence? And then they make him the highest paid, most guaranteed quarterback in NFL history? Is that a coincidence? Who is a 400-pound lineman rookie? You talking about on the... You talking about DeJuan Jones? DeJuan Jones is huge, man. Good to see live stream. You should do more. Last one, I was in our draft party. Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to be doing all the preseason ones for the Bengals. The reason why I've done a live stream since the draft is because I was trying to keep my voice up because you already know when it gets to Bengals stuff, my voice goes, I shoot my voice out because I end up going crazy during this stuff. But today we just have the Clowns, so this is like I'm pre-gaming right now for like the Bengals Packers preseason week 1 game, right? Just getting my voice all good. We've been live right now for an hour and 20 minutes. But I've been kind of just trying to get my voice all, you know, good because that preseason Bengals week 1 game, I'm gonna be going crazy on. Yeah, he's on the Browns. Oh, okay. So funny how the Browns used to have no talent, but now they have talent and they don't know how to use it. That's honestly facts, man. They always find a way to clown it up. Offside, Jets. Oh, dang, man. But they always find a way to clown it up, man. That's why I say the Browns will always be the Browns in the end, man. Even when they're doing great, they'll always find a way to lose. That's just how they work, man. Was that a completion or was that an incompletion? That was a big play if it was a completion. But it also is the Clowns. Oh, now they're showing the whole field, man. Trying to see the play, bro. Oh, that might have been a completion. Nope, that was an incompletion. That's how the Clowns work. Okay. I was like, hey, the Clowns just did something cool. That was a crazy play. Clowns, we dropped it. And on 3rd and 1, they barely pick up a first down. Their own guy fell over himself 3 times before he got a first down. Why are they like this, man? This should not be funny. This should not be a comedy. But watching the Clowns try to not beat themselves in these games is absolutely a comedy. Like, bro, it's 3rd and 1. That is such an easy first down. But, okay, he didn't technically fall over himself. He did get hit. But still, man, like, I just feel like he should have easily got past that guy. I don't know. He didn't get a first down. I'm done. I'm done. Bro, I'm done. Of course, Austin. Of course, Austin. He got a first down. But on 3rd and 1, he couldn't get a first down. And it became 4th and inches. And then he goes for it, and they barely get it. Bro, what is this? Bro, you can't make up how much of a laughingstock this team is. It's 3rd and 1. How do you go from 3rd and 1 to 4th and inches? How? How, Sway? How? Chase Brown would have easily gotten that. Chase Brown would have gotten a touchdown off that play. What's the flag? Like, it's just funny to watch this team because you can't make up the stuff they do. You're watching and you're like, there's no way they could... Did they... They got inches? The guy had the most wide open hole possible to get a first down. He jukes back inside for some reason and falls over his own 2 feet because the one guy touches them. Bro, just get a first... Okay, it's on the Browns. The Browns literally... The Browns did 2 things in one play. They held and they were false started. They're that bad. Was that in the 4th and inches? No, that was the first down and 10. Bengals got backup players that will melt the Browns team easily. Yeah, week 18, we might beat them with our backups, in all honesty, which is funny. I knew a few Browns fans they say it's the weirdest and most out of pocket things imaginable. It really is, bro. It really is. Is that Joshua Dobbs? No, Joshua Dobbs isn't playing tonight. That's Kellen Mond. He's an old Vikings quarterback. Oh no, that guy right there. I think Kellen Mond. I think that might be Kellen Mond. I don't know. You got Kellen Mond and you got the guy they drafted in the 5th round. Kellen Mond is the old Vikings quarterback, and then the other guy is the guy they drafted in the 5th round this year. I think this is the 5th round guy. So yeah, he's actually pretty okay, in all honesty. But they drafted him in the 5th round. Josh Dobbs is not playing tonight, and neither is Prison Inmate number 4. How is it even possible the Browns and fall? Bro, I would love to know that too. Ask the Clownies. I don't think it was false start. I think I was incorrect on that one. I think it was illegal formation and holding. The second one was holding. I don't know the first one, okay? I thought at first it was low key. I thought it was false start, but at the same time though, you're right, that kind of doesn't make sense. But at the same time, it is a clown, so it's always possible, they'll do stuff like that. They'll be the first team in history to get a false start holding call. Well, when you hike the ball, you were offsides, but you also were holding. You were holding the football. Oh my gosh, that was so wrong. They just did a screen pass where the safety just rammed the running back into the ground, bro. That running back had no chance to live. That running back said, I'm going to get that screen pass because this is my job and it depends on it. And that safety said, I'm going to take away that job you just got. That was so bad. Do you think Rodgers rigged the Chiefs game? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they did have a magical extra 2 downs that wasn't supposed to be a thing. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, bro. Is that picked off? That's picked off! No way. There's no way. Wait, are they going to call that a pick? The tight end tried to catch the ball, it bounced off the tight end, and then it landed in the defender's arms. Are they calling that a pick? Hang on. Oh, no. Actually, no, the Jets guy was stupid. It actually bounced off the Jets guy. And I thought it was a tight end at first. It bounced off the Jets guy. No, he didn't. No, it hit the ground. Never mind. It bounced off the Jets guy. He had a pick, and then it ended up, he almost caught it again. It wasn't actually, the Browns actually did nothing there. The Cleveland Clownies there actually did nothing. Other than throw a crappy pass, there was nothing else that was bad about that play for the Browns. You got very lucky that wasn't a penalty. Let's get to at least 50 live for this guy. I don't know. It's a Hall of Fame game, man. And it's not a Bengals game, so I don't think we're going to get 50 people in here. But I appreciate everyone who is in here watching this live with me. Because, again, like I said, it's a Hall of Fame game. It's not a Bengals game. If this was a Bengals game, I know we'd have a lot of people in here. Could be going crazy because it's Bengals, Who Dey Nation. But a bit of Hall of Fame game, I'm okay with this. This is awesome. I got people to talk to in the chat. Love you guys talking in the chat. And I get to watch the clowns beat the clowns. This one's unrelated and sort of random, but the Titans defensive line is the most slept on. No, the Titans defensive line is pretty dang good. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Titans defense, the Titans defense in general is pretty dang good. And that's why last year they were actually good before they lost Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry. Because their defense is actually pretty dang good. Their defense can get them a lot of wins. But the problem is they don't have an offense. I'm going to be streaming all 3 Bengals preseason games. But probably no other games. Like, other teams. Just the Bengals. Just like the vid. Appreciate you, Bailey. Okay, it was defensive penalty. Penalty declined. The Clowns actually had a good play. They actually threw a pass down the field. It was pretty good. It was on a Hall. He's, yeah, I'm not going to do the Ravens. I'll just do the Bengals. I'm not interested in doing the Ravens. I'm just interested in doing the Bengals. The Ravens game, I just don't get interested in because I don't feel passionate about them. But the Bengals game, I do. And I got to save my voice for the Bengals. How many flags so far? I think, honestly, tonight there might have been like 14 flags so far. There has been a flag at least every single drive. At least 2 or 3 every single drive. No Ravens? Nah, not doing that no more, Austin. I mean, I cover them on the AFC North channel, that AFC North zone, but I don't really care about if like watching their games. I'll watch our games of our team, but that's pretty much that. Yeah, people don't realize the Titans were plays again. Yeah, I mean, again, the Titans aren't a bad team. They just don't really have an offense, and they don't have a quarterback. If the Titans had a good quarterback, they would be in a really good spot because the AFC South is very winnable for them, and they have a good defense and they have the best running back in the league. So they could really get the job done. It's just the problem is they don't have a quarterback. And that's why DeAndre Hopkins isn't the answer to their prayers. They should have. I know they got Will Levis. I don't think Will Levis is going to be that great. They should have tried to figure out a way to get a quarterback. Yeah. I selected my own team with the Bengals. So, the Ravens, we'll see in week 2. That's my public statement to it. We'll see you week 2. So I'm not scared about that game because that's the home opener in the jungle. Game I'm worried about is Thursday Night Football week. What is that? Week 11. We play him in Baltimore. That's gonna be a tough game. Mainly because Thursday Night Football, and you know how those games go at night. Anything is possible. Crazier things happen. Yeah, the kitty ate the raven. Yeah. Oh man. I can't believe football is back, guys. I can't believe football is back. Oh, man, football is back. Like, I don't get me wrong. This Hall of Fame game is not entertaining at all, okay? It's really boring. But it's just football, man. It's football, the hits, the catches, the plays, man. I know we still have, like, what, a month away from NFL season, but it's just... back, man. We'll be live streaming a lot, by the way. Keep that in mind, guys. During the NFL season, we'll be live streaming a crap ton. Every single Sunday night football game, Monday night football game, Thursday night football game, even if the Bengals aren't playing, we'll be live on this channel during all those games. And every single Bengals game on this channel. So every single Bengals game, every single Thursday, Monday, Sunday, period. We'll be live streaming all the games here. Do the training camp video for today. I did a training camp video for the highlights of the footage, like the plays from today of Chase Brown and all those guys. I didn't do like everything we learned from today. I'm gonna do that video tomorrow morning, but I did the highlights of everything. Like I did all the clips. That's on the channel. If you look at the most recent video, it's like talking about Chase Brown. That's the training camp from today. So, yeah. Glad you switched to the right team. We welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Football! But I had to react to that training camp footage because that training camp footage was crazy, man. Like, freaking Chase Brown was a monster in that. Which, again, like I said, not surprising. Chase Brown's S+ tier running back. Gonna be the best running back at the end of the year. Rookie of the year. No, he's not getting Rookie of the Year because Rookie of the Year is popularity contest. You watched that? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do like a recap of everything we learned tomorrow. I wanted to wait also because I don't know what Charlie Jones got hurt today, and I don't know his injury yet. So I wanted to wait to see if we get an injury update on Charlie Jones, so I could put that in the video too. We know Travion Williams is he said he's day to day, but he's fine, which is good. We also know that, what's his name? We also know that Joe Burrow is back walking around. He's feeling good. He has a strap around, or he has a sling around his calf. Not a sling. He has a thing he had before around his calf, but he's feeling a lot better. Favorite quarterback for the 2023 NFL draft? Anthony Richardson. Who's your sleeper / underdog team this season? Dolphins. Did you see Charlie Jones scare? Yes, he had a left arm injury. I talked about it in my community tab, and I have made a video about it. I'm waiting to see what his injury is. But it looks like he's okay. He was out. They brought him out on the cart to look at his arm to see if he was okay, and then they ended up bringing him inside. I haven't seen an update on that one yet. Chase Brown's a low-key beast, but he fumbles. I think he'll get over that. I think that's all coaching. The Atlanta Falcons could surprise some people. They could, but if you watch the training camp of the Atlanta Falcons so far, Desmond Ridder's been overthrowing a lot of people. A lot of people. So, to be honest, I don't think the Chiefs is that serious. Charlie's is that serious. Hopefully not. Oh, the Browns scored. I wasn't paying. Oh, they missed the extra point. Oh, no, they made it. Okay, they're going to call that a make? Really? Okay, they're going to call that a make, but the Browns scored a touchdown. The Clowns put points on the board. I guess that 33-point over-under actually makes sense now. Yup, the Clowns scored, guys. I think the Titans are a bit under the radar if they stay healthy. They are, because they have a very easy schedule and a very winnable division. That's why I would say they're under the radar, because they do have that. But the problem is, now they got DeAndre Hopkins, everyone expects them to be a great team. So now they're not under the radar. Was an awesome catch by Jones when he got hurt in the shoulder, but locker room guys said he's good. Yeah, I hope he's good, in all honesty. He better be, because he's Tyler Boyd's replacement. Didn't your franchise team end up with a Bengals, Falcons, and Madden? It did, yeah. My Bengals sim franchise that I did the whole entire season on this channel during, what was it, July? Yeah, it ended up being a Super Bowl between the Falcons and the Bengals, and the Bengals beat the Falcons. So if that happens, that would be absolutely crazy. You know, I will say one thing. Right there, we almost just had a kickoff return by the Jets, and that's why the kickoff rule is stupid. Because normally, you would see a fair catch in the regular season on that type of play, but that type of play almost had a return for 6. Yes, Dylan, I will be live streaming the Lions versus Chiefs game. Yep. I'll be live streaming every single Thursday, Sunday, and Monday Night Football games. But that game right there, that was almost a kick return for 6. Just like that. In a regular season game, that would probably be a fair catch. But, you know, that's going to take away so much from the football game. Oh my gosh! The Jets are already in scoring range. They're about to score another, at least a field goal this drive, maybe a touchdown. Wait, Zach Wilson is still out there, man. Can you imagine the Jets are using a third pick overall in the draft in a Hall of Fame game the whole first half of this game, man? Lions gonna beat them. I hope the Lions beat them, man. I hope the Lions beat them so bad, but I would love to see the Lions beat them 38-7. Because you already know that whole live stream, the chat is just going to be Chiefs fans. That's all it's going to be. Oh, look, we're beating you. We're the best team ever. We're S+ tiers, right? And the whole time, and if the Chiefs are getting destroyed, oh, I can't wait, man. That would be beautiful to watch them sit there and cry in the chat. Oh, that was bullcrap. That was holding. That was offside. Like, they're just going to complain and complain and complain. I would love it. Oh, I would love it so much. I posted my community tab. Dan Campbell, apparently, he wanted a real lion on the sideline of the Lions home games, and the NFL said no. The owner said yes, and the NFL said no. Lions got the Chiefs. They're scared of the big Lions. Yeah, honestly. Rodgers is coaching. I saw that. That's kind of interesting. Chiefs fans insecure. Burrow was their number 100%. Ah, you overthrew it, man. Wilson is out. Oh, he is out. Okay, I thought he was still in. Never mind. My bad. I thought he was still in the whole first half. I saw he was in for, like, what? I thought he was in the second quarter, too. I know he was in the first quarter. They got somebody else in now already? Damn, bro. Oh, man. Wilson was so bad, they were like, bro, we got to get you out of here. Like, bro, we got a touchdown and 2 field goals. You out of here, man. Yeah, that overthrow was crazy. They're down 10, man. Come on, at least get a field goal, number 7. Oh, man, that's an incomplete pass. Okay. Boyle. Oh, man. 4th down 10. You going to kick a field goal here? I mean, it is preseason game 0. You got 5 seconds before halftime here. Take a long field goal here, man. This would be, if you kick a field goal here, it would be 53 yards. 53-yard field goal if you kick this. I love how the Chiefs-Bengals rivalry wasn't forced. It's naturally happened. They're kicking the field goal. Just started to be it pretty much, yeah. Go for a shot here. 53 yards out. And it's done! The Clownies are losing by more. The Clowns are losing at halftime. Let's go. Oh, let's go. It's Jets. J-E-T-S, Jets suck. I thought that was the chant. Oh, Lordy. That was a crazy first half. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Probably gonna end the live stream because that Hall of Fame game kind of killed me. I was gonna watch the second half, but the second half's gonna be literally even more scrubs, and they might not even move the ball. So I think I'm gonna end the live stream here, guys. We'll be live streaming the Bengals versus Packers preseason game. But yeah, I don't know if I can watch too much clown football. That was tough to watch that first half of that clown football, but I wanted to watch the whole first half. So I'm calling it here. Jets win. They're gonna win 30-10. Cause I don't think the Browns are gonna score another touchdown. With how that first half went, that was atrocious. That was preseason football. But I'll see you guys back for the Packers versus Bengals game.